times in his rhymes cause his memories. We running through New York so you never leave. Strap my lungs then we puffin' through with that, right? We're giving them some stories, they come back like manic this, manic that, while you crawling to me. The hell we gonna...
Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're just going to be doing a test drive POV of the Bmw F36 2019 420D X-Drive Gran Coupe. Now, as many of you were, I've done it in my E6530i, I've done it in my E46 330i, so we're going to do it in this F36 as it shows you guys what they like to drive. I can show you all the modes and I can show you everything in detail, which I wasn't able to show you in previous videos. So today we're just going to go ahead. We're going to take it for about 10-15 minute test drive. Obviously we don't want to make this video too long-winded, but we want to show you all the functions, because if you guys want to go and buy one, the functions should be the same all inside. You'll get the Eco Plus mode, which is city driving mode, the Comfort mode, which is just regular driving. Sport, it just ups the speed a bit, and then you've got Sport Plus, which takes the traction control, makes the car highly aggressive and very quick. It chooses the throttle, steering, hand, the whole body, and all the engine parts on the car as well as a turbo. So we're going to go and show you all the modes. I'm going to show you what it feels like. We're going to use the paddle shift, we're going to use the gear shifter, we're going to use it all just to show you everything in detail, how it runs, how it sounds. We will stay quiet for a bit as well, so you guys can get a nice sound, show you how quiet it is inside. And then you guys can make up your mind of what you think about it. So let's go out and take a test drive in the F36 420D X-Drive. Okay guys, so as you can see here, this is the 4 Series that we're going to be test driving today. And it's raining, so bear with me if we end up not capturing everything or we can't drive too fast, but we will put our foot down and see how this car sticks in the road itself. Now as you can see here, this is all the car in all this glory, and like I say, we are going to be driving it. So let's go inside, and as you'll see, you're received by the little bleeps. It's got the auto start stop feature switched on. You've got your MBT, vanity lights inside, which you can change the colour on the system here. You've got your climate control, your paddle shift. You've got your eco mode, sport mode, which you're going to be shifting through, and also your parking sensors and your traction control. And I'm going to be showing you how that all works on the dash. Obviously the mileage, 4,000 miles on the car. So guys, let's put you on my head and take you out for a test drive in this beauty. So as you'll see here guys, as you can see, the seatbelt gong's going off, and just look how nice this car drives. It drives completely different to the way we used to drive in BMWs, all the E-Series. These drive completely different. The driving feels nice, the steering wheel feels nice. You know, just driving down the road, you feel solid in this car. There's just no, like I say, noise in the cabin. Even for a 2-litre diesel, the noise doesn't come through, there's no droning sound. The power's there when you need it. As you'll see right here, I'm gonna press down the Eco Pro mode, and you'll probably see it on the dash there. And on the MBT, you'll see them right there. We can change the settings to comfort. And if we put it in sport, it goes in dynamic setting with the sports display, which we'll put on in a sec. But as you can see, we can change all the signs. Now, as you'll see here, the paddle shift here, if you wanna feel like you wanna do spirited driving on these kind of roads, you can just change over to manual shift at any time. You don't have to let the gears change, you don't have to pull it in manual either, you can just start changing through them. Like I say, the car just drives absolutely faultless. As you can hear the gong for the seat belt, which these cars are now fitted with all the seats, even in the rear. You'll see here it's got the efficient dynamic mode on the dash as well, which is for the charge of the battery, because it's got the auto start stop, which is something you have to watch out for. These cars are really, really well thought out, and they're very, very nice to drive. Like I said, you know, the power's there when you need it. You're driving a new car. Like I say, everyone stops and looks at this. Everyone's always commenting, saying nice car. In a few days I've already had it, you know. Everyone likes this car, which is, you know, just shows you. The 4 Series is a car that obviously everyone's now coming to, which wouldn't have been happened before. And like I said, as you'll see there guys, you know, it's got 4,000 miles on it, so it's new as well. So like I said to you in the previous videos, I don't know how well this car will be come 100,000 miles. You know, steering wheel's still brand new. It's a brand new car. Gear shifter on it, like I say, is your just normal gear shifter. So like I say guys, it's a very, very nice car. Like I say, it's nice to drive. You feel like you're driving in comfort. just everything's just nicely laid out and displayed for you. You know, like I say, there's not many cars you can actually say that come this equipped. Like when you look at the old E series, this makes you feel kind of luxury, because at the end of the day, this has all the DAB radio, Bluetooth audio. You know, you just feel a kind of luxury. Even the navigation system as well is completely different to what it is on the iDrive system. Even having the paddle shift is just a plus, you know, because sometimes you don't want to drive all the time in automatic, but you also want to have the paddle shift. Now on some, this don't come on all F series, but you can have these retrofitted, and they can be retrofitted. So if you are looking to get an F series and you don't have paddle shift, you can have them retrofitted, and it is easy to do. You have to use E-System to code it in. You just have to change the steering wheel. Obviously, as you guys know, the steering wheel is quite expensive. This one's come fully spec'd out, as I showed you, of the Harman Kardon system, the power fold mirrors, the paddle shift, widescreen MBT. So as you see, guys, you've got a lot of extras in this car. Like I say, I believe you get more for your money now than you ever did years ago. This car just fills out as well. Now, as you'll see here, we're in comfort mode. I'm gonna show you what Eco Pro mode is. Now, as you see here, this is Eco Pro mode. It changes the charge power, as you see there, because it's charging up, and that's for really city driving. So Eco mode is for if you're in the city and you want to use Eco Pro, so then that way it starts using the auto start stop, so you're not burning as much, putting as much pollution out. This is why these cars are cheap on road tax bracket, and also they're very emission friendly. They're Euro 6. Eco Pro is a good mode, but like I say, do I need to use it? Not really. And would I use it? No. People in where I live wouldn't probably use it because we have no need to. Like I say, the setting itself is a good setting to have, but you don't need to use it. Now, as you see there, it's repowering back up as well. You can see there it's going up on the fuel because you're using the Eco Pro mode. So you're actually saving fuel, and you're gaining more fuel if you use Eco Pro than what you use on the normal one. So Eco Pro just makes your driving more economical, and obviously you're going to get more miles to the gallon using Eco Pro. But you have got the choice to override, as you'll see here, and on the MBT, for comfort, and for Sport Plus, and for Sport normally. Now Sport just puts it as it was on the gear shifter, so moving it over, we'll click it into manual mode. It does show you up here on the dash as well. You've got all the controls here as well, by the way, guys, if you want to change the radio station or the voice command or the Bluetooth. The Bluetooth's very nice on this as well. It doesn't intrude with you straight away, like when a phone call comes in, it doesn't shock you. It comes through nicely. So if you do get a phone call, you know, you can just, like I say, answer it and be aware that someone's calling you, and you feel like you want to answer instead of wanting to turn the volume straight down. It comes through very well balanced. Everything on this car is balanced, as you see on the handling. With the X drive system, we're in the rain and it's handling really well. Now, what I want to show you guys, like I say, is we'll put it in Eco Pro mode, and I'm just going to show you in the Sport Plus. Now, if you just watch this, we could swift over to the sports display as well. And now what we're going to do, click in the sports display. Now, you guys just watch how quick this goes. As you see, the rev range changes with Sport Plus. So you get more shifts from your gears. As you see here, it picks up speed very quickly. As you know, this is a twin power turbo engine, and as you see, we're already doing 90 miles an hour. But it doesn't even feel like it. It comes up so fast on this car. It's unbelievable. Like I say, for a 2-litre diesel, it's extremely quick. Compared to what the old one was, the M47 engine. The B47 is a killer compared to the M47 engine. This car drives really, really nice, and like I say, when the power comes in, you feel it, and that's thanks to the 4-wheel drive system on the system itself. As you know, it uses the 4-wheel drive system because it's X drive, so you feel the power, you feel stuck to the road. It feels like you're driving how an Audi should feel with the quattro system. With a turbo, you feel the torque coming in with the 4-wheel drive system, which is a plus. You know, the torque comes in literally insanely fast, and like I say, I've enjoyed the car a lot. I'm gonna just pull it. It's now in comfort mode, so I'm gonna show you the sport setting itself. So let's just show you the sport setting. So the sport setting will be the normal one. There's just this, where it will change gears quicker. Now if you pull it in Sport Plus, I'm gonna show you, this is Sport Plus now, and now we're gonna drop the gears with the paddle shift. As you see there, we're gonna drop the gears. Now I'm going to change the gear with the paddle shift, as you can see here. And these do have an 8-speed gearbox, guys, so be aware of that. so you don't need to change gear rapidly. Like I say, I change gear going around all the corners with the paddle shift with no issues whatsoever, as you see. And the X-Drive system makes this car stick to the road like shit, as you see. You can see right here the way it sticks and it plants itself to the road with no issues. Now, usually on the old E-Series, when it just had the rear-wheel drive system, these cars would slide out going around the drain or going around the bend. That's why BMW built the X-Drive system, because in the diesels, because of the amount of torque, as you guys know, with the turbochargers, in the rain you'll just slide straight out, but this car just handles insanely well for an X-Drive car. As you see here, it just sticks to the roads, and I'm going around all the twisties and it's just handling it around the roads like anything. As you see right here, paddle shift, and I prefer to override it with the paddle shift myself than the gear stick, as you see there. You can see here though, guys, it handles extremely well. Now, this ain't been the first car I've ever had paddle shift on, and it surely won't be my last. I've had paddle shift on quite a few of my cars, and like I say, I enjoy paddle shift a lot. So here we go again, guys. We're gonna use the paddle shift again, as you see right here. Now, I'm trying to change the gears a bit later, and as you see, we're already doing that kind of speed, as you see right there. The speed comes up really quick on these cars, really quick in the Sport Plus setting. And like I say, it probably, and for a diesel, the power 190 bhp, but it just feels so quick with the torque. Now that, guys, is because of the X-Drive system. So guys, now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna press down on the kick down button on it, and as you see, you don't need to use sport mode, you can use the kick down and the car will come back up speed as well. Now, these cars just feel so nice to drive. You don't feel the gearbox change gear. It uses the ZF8 gearbox. It's just brilliant. A brilliant gearbox. And like I say, the whole car is brilliant in itself. Like I say, for a 2-litre diesel, like you guys know, I'm not a fan of 4-cylinder engines, but I must say, BMW have really improved since this new era of the new 4-cylinder engines, because they don't want to make 6-cylinder engines anymore for emission purposes and to be more eco-friendly. This engine is more than enough power for your day-to-day use. Like I said, as you know, engine wear their BHP down as the years go on. I don't know how quick this car will be in years to come, but for what it is now, it's extremely reliable. You guys have seen how quick it builds up speed. The car is incredibly fast, and this is you bearing in mind, guys, it's a 2-litre diesel. You know, the speed comes up insanely quick. The torque, obviously, as you guys know, diesel uses a lot of torque, so on a 4-wheel drive system, God, it is literally immense. Like I say, it's the first 4-wheel drive diesel I've driven, but this car is absolutely brilliant. The car is a beautiful car. I'm glad I've still got it to use. I'm glad I've got it to show you guys and do videos for the channel. It's an excellent car. So guys, my overall opinion of this car is, as I said before, BMW are back. They have completely changed the game. They are not what they used to be. The gearbox on these are absolutely perfect. They're stuck with the 8-speed, the ZF gearbox, and that is a complete plus for them. The 8-speed gearbox changes effortlessly, very quickly. It's very powerful gearbox. As you know, it's a less friction type plate gearbox. You know, the car's powerful. Like I said, the temperature gauge is finally back, which everyone was missing and everyone was owning. BMW listened to everyone when they designed this car, and this car is probably the best car. These F-Series models are probably the best cars to come out of BMW ever. As I said, the E60 was their downfall. Everyone knows that, but BMW completely changed. I mean, this car, like I say, I was planning to go to Mercedes, but since driving this now, this is what shows me to stick with BMW. This is a completely game changer, and anyone looking to buy a 4 Series or 420D, trust me, go and buy one. This car really is what everyone says it is. I mean, the reviews don't do it enough justice. This car drives really well, and the power it makes for a 2-litre diesel is incredible, more than enough for anybody, way more than enough. This car has so much power, so much potential, and like I said, even remap this car, oh god, this car will make a lot more power. Like I said to you, that four-wheel drive system itself, in years to come, yes, it will be expensive. Same as in the US, they've got the X-Drive system. It is an expensive system to run. You know, guys, you guys got to see it as this car is going to be a lot better, and it'll be more planted to the road than any other diesel BMW on the road. The F-Series has got the X-Drive system, which means there's no slipping out at certain roads, no flying out at corners. Guys, it's got the four-wheel drive system. You guys can just drive it in peace. You know, as you see there, the engine starts shutting off and it starts back up with the auto start stop. Like I say to you guys, this car is completely different to the E-Series. They drive completely different. I don't even know how to compare them. All I can compare them as is that if you go and drive one of these in a 2019 420D Gran Coupe X-Drive, take my word on this, you will not regret it. They drive completely different to the E-Series, and if you get in one of these, you're gonna feel like your E-Series is crap. You're gonna end up wanting to go to one of these cars and end up buying it. These cars completely change the whole driving dynamics of BMW. Just that dynamic drive system, the fact that everything's electric from the steering to the suspension setup, it gives you a much better advantage, better steering, better handling on it, the lot. And even the gear change just with the paddle shift make this car effortless to drive, going around the bends, and that you're in full control. I mean, for motorway driving, it'll be absolutely brilliant. As you know, this car comes with lane assist, you know, and everything else, so that way you can go into lane. It also comes with warnings for overtaking if someone's in the lane. It comes with a lot of stuff, guys, and like I say, it's a fully packed in technology car. It's got the auto braking function, you know, it's got the active cruise control, the lot. Like I say, guys, if you're planning to go and get one of these, go and buy one. If you've got an E-Series, go and drive one. You won't be disappointed, and trust me, you'll end up buying it. You'll end up probably selling your E-Series. Okay guys, so as you've just seen, we've just gone on the test drive with the BMW F36 420D X-Drive Gran Coupe, and you've just seen how it drives and the features it's got. The car is absolutely awesome, and that's the only way I can really put it. It's a brilliant car, probably one of the best chassis BMW's ever released. The 4 Series I really like because it's in between the 3, as the 3 Series feels very cramped for me. Even though they've got bigger, I just don't like 3 Series. 5 Series is a bit too big, but 4 Series is very practical. Even I'm liking the car. I'm very happy with it. I'm going to keep driving it. As I said to you, I really do like this car though, and the test drive, it was brilliant. Like you saw, it made the power. BMW finally put into the car what everyone has always wanted, the sport mode, eco mode. They haven't made it just a luxury cruiser anymore. It can be a luxury cruiser, but it can also be a sport car when needed and if needed also as well. You've also got the override with the paddle shift on the steering wheel for spirited driving if you go on country lanes and you want to change gear, and especially for the highways and motorways, if you want to change gear yourself, you've got that option too. BMW haven't restricted you just to a gear stick. You can use the gear stick also to override it in sport mode, but it's better with the sport setting that it's got on it. I have tried to override it with the sport mode and on the gear shifter. It doesn't really do nothing. The best thing you can do is put it in sport mode and just use the paddle shift. It really handles brilliantly because of the X-Drive system, and the four-wheel drive system is nothing like the last 530Ds. If you go over a drain, you'll slide out. Because it's got the four-wheel drive system, it feels planted to the road and it feels solid. The steering feels nice and tight, and it just feels when it goes around the bends that it's staying put, and you can feel like you can actually go around the bends at speed and not lose control. If you have enjoyed this video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. If you ain't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe, as we've got a lot of coding videos coming up for this car. I'm going to be showing you how to code in certain things, like the Apple CarPlay on it, for instance. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This is BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.